I'm live. Hello, everyone. As you may catch this video later on, I'd like to discuss something very quickly that is in progress. Okay? Now, you can live life the way you want to. You can believe whatever you want to believe. You can allow other people to decide for you what is important, what is necessary, how to make decisions. Or you can be a warrior and actually dance to the beat of your own drum, because there won't be a matrix for very long. Won't be. Get ready to progress into a whole another state of being and living. It's coming. But with that comes a lot of responsibility. And the old way of living, we loved it because, we didn't have to be responsible. You understand? We didn't have to be independent people because we allowed a system of government, you understand, to do that for us. You understand? Deciding what is available for us to eat and how to make choices as to, how to carry on our day-to-day life. So this is getting ready to go down, y'all. It's all coming down. The fabric is tearing down. Do you understand what I'm saying? And hello to everyone who is coming to the chat. And hello, Undead Goddess. You get the welcome in Basagal. Yeah, 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 yeah. Had to do that real quick. So, and let me get to everybody else. Hey, Shamanic Witch. Hey, Astro. Hey, Automara. Hey, Brown Sulga. How you doing? Hey, Saint Anne, where you been? Are you feeling okay? Hey, No Sheeple. Okay, did I get the Empress of the Trinity? How you doing? Look, y'all listen. I'm fixing to get ready to tell y'all something spirit and just share it with me. And I'm going to start talking about after this. I got to get back into the craft, back into my witchcraft and my hoodoo and my magical practices from here on out, because y'all know what? Halloween coming now. That's mama time, Mama going to have to kind of like push away from all of this, what they call conspiracy and all that other good stuff. I'm about to push away from that and give, you understand, reverence to those who have transitioned and they walk with us all, side by side in the invisible realm. It's their time coming. The thinnest veil, as I always say, as I get ready to also, me and Miss Mary plan the first ancestral worship that will take place at the temple. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to be doing a lot of that because we really don't have very much time to get it together. If you're interested in coming to Alabama, or if you're in Alabama and you'd like to reserve a very limited spot in the temple to celebrate with us, we have a very exciting itinerary. And I'm just so looking forward to it, you understand? And I hope that there will be more annual celebrations to come in the future. So y'all, please, you understand what I'm saying? If you don't do anything at all, look out for the live stream. Hopefully we'll be live streaming there and stuff like that. And there will be probably an upload. And who knows, I may just even decide to make it a a streamline or something like that, that could probably possibly become a how would you call those things? Be a part of an app like Netflix or something like that. Now I know y'all say, Mama, that's a little bit too deep. Yeah, it is too deep. So let me come down a little bit. Maybe on the app of another app, okay? But I'm hoping that we can get very involved with this. So we're gonna probably discuss this tonight, somewhere during the witching hour or coming up close to the witching hour tonight. Me and Miss Mary and Melanin will probably come on tonight and start advertising and hyping and vamping this uh, great event up, because we need to, more than ever, celebrate the ancestors. I mean, even if you can't come to the event or even watch the live stream, you need to celebrate the ancestors. This is going to be whether a deciding factor, you understand, whether or not you live or die. And it's just the truth, okay? Because at this point, no one has the answers like the ancestors do, okay? Because they have our loving ancestors have the information, and they are in the realm of that information that we need. So, when you get stuck in a rock and a hard place, who better to go to than to the ancestors? I have a ritual where I walk every single night with them, and I actually, which we know, the dark is their time, that the darkness is their dominion, and that's, the night hours and stuff and all that. That's why they say pray to the saints when you wake up at 3 and do all the rituals and all of that, because it's their time. Darkness is their time. And so I walk with them at nighttime. I do about 2 hours of a pace with them. You understand? And it's a very powerful moment. I got a chance to engage with the moon last night and ancestors, and do my calls, and my co-host is here. Her voice is changing because she's a crone now. She's 3 years old, so she's a crone. Um, but anyways, and I'll probably do some. You know what? I'm going to probably do some live streaming with you all when I'm doing those walks late at night. So, anyhow, let's get to the meat of what's going on. Hello, to my moderator, Melanated High Priestess. Thank you for moderating. Hello, Astro. I forgot to let you know. Thank you also for moderating too. Um, hey, Sean Harris. Hey, Lydia. How you doing? So, let's talk. Because I got some serious information for you all, and I want you all to pay some attention. Listen. So it's so crazy, because I've done a lot of traveling last past month. I did a lot, especially at the end of the month. I did spirit travel, and I have gone to some places that have really questioned my reality here on this planet, which lets me know that there is something that is occurring that I just can't put my finger on. It's crazy because, you all may not know it. I sleep in my bed with my pocketbook right next to me, and this is something I have done for a long time since I started traveling. Because when I travel, I do take my cell phone and my pocketbook with me. So I take them both with me, and but for the last few days, I have had a habit of for the last few days, I've had a habit of leaving my pocketbook on my dining room table. And for the very first time in my life, and not sleeping with it. And I've noticed on the last few travels that I spent more time looking for my pocketbook within the travel than doing anything else. Okay. So that's something interesting that I noticed, that I cannot necessarily concentrate on the moment, on the message and the experience, because I am looking for my bag. I'm like, where is it? And just the feeling of hopelessness, because I kind of noticed for the last few travels, I was not aware I was traveling. Like when you dream and you're not aware that you're dreaming, you're just in the realm. And so when I wake up, I'm like, oh, really relieved, because I know my bag is here with me. I'm gonna tell you something. I've lost a checkbook, and my actual checkbook, in the realm traveling. So you have to be very careful when you're taking things with you there. Not only just, you want to watch it, because I mean, your body can be hijacked, and they can take off with your body if you are away too long and stuff. Something that we don't necessarily have 100% control over, but it's the reason why I bind my feet with. And I'm hoping I'm teaching people who are like me. I had the pleasure of meeting someone who is just like myself last night. So if you're listening, I just want you to know that I'm aware of you, and I'm keeping an eye on you, okay? And I'm talking about keeping an eye on you. So are you here? But anyways, I did a consult for someone that is so much like me and look like me, until I am really, really keeping my eyes wide open, okay? Um, and she's from Alabama, living up north, but her bloodline is from here. So I'm like, damn, Alabama, what's up? You know, what's up? All these witches in Alabama. Alabama is underrepresented for the craft, for hoodoo and everything, because you really don't even hear anything about much of the psychics and the craft here lately. Now, I know Nina Simone, which I love her, has a actual song out that is called "I Put a Spell on You," and in there she talks about how she says, "I'm going to Alabama, and I'm gonna talk to me a psychic, and I'm gonna put a spell on you." And so I said, at one time, Alabama was really known for its deep, dark, paranormal world, and the actual civilization of witches. There's a lot of them down here, disguising. And a lot of that came from West Africa and the Caribbeans and stuff. And I'm sure Mississippi got it. We know Louisiana have it. Georgia got it. Florida got it. Tennessee, Arkansas, and all those different places. And Texas got it. But it's something about these witches in Alabama. And it's only because I'm from Alabama myself. A lot of people in Alabama see things, and they term it as schizophrenia, schizotypical, and all of that. When I worked in a mental health facility where we actually would have to lock people up and stuff, there were a lot of people in there from the area that I was born in, and I would talk to them. Some of them black, some of them white, and they would tell me the things that they see, and they would be fearful of it, and everything. And I take that now as if though these people had gifts that we couldn't understand. I myself see a lot of spirit activity. It's best to ground yourself and be safe and not live in that too much, because sometimes people have to stop me You're living in that spirit world a little bit too much. If you go over there a little bit too much, then you won't be able to discern reality. You understand? Which that is a reality, but a separate reality. You won't be able to discern the two of them from each other, and that could be dangerous. And I think this is what goes on with a lot of these people who are here in Alabama and in other places. I'm not saying that it's exclusive to just Alabama, but this young lady is like myself, and she, like I said, she looks like me. Her eyes sink back like mine. She has a bit. We have a prominent forehead, which is a lineage line here, and most of North America and everything. Which we'll notice that North Americans, we have bigger foreheads than other countries and stuff, but it's because of climate and all of that stuff like that. But we have that in common, and she talks like me, and she believes like me, and there's a secret code language that you and I and that you all understand when we speak in terms of of spirituality. Everyone cannot vibe with that. This is why I had a lot of trouble in social media when I first got here, because there was a lot of folks that didn't understand me, and they still don't. But now I've made my place here on social media, and people know that they need to respect people differences and stuff, even though we still have wars on YouTube, not just me, but people in general. But as people make their way here and establish themselves, people began to respect your territory and say, okay, well, she's different, just like I'm different, just like we all are different. We have our own separate consciousness, you understand? And everybody's not going to be on that same level. So, anyway, so I just wanted to let y'all know about her. It was just crazy how we could cold speak. Like when I get to talking about different realms and y'all said, Mama, you're channeling and stuff like that, is because of my conscious wave and connection with my invisible world, with the invisible world. Everybody's invisible world is not the same. I think they're all different in their own little special way, because who knows, we may be creating that world as we create it. I don't know. But anyway, so let me get off that subject. Let's talk about what let me talk, y'all. Now, as we know, things are changing, and they are actually how can I say this? They are creating a new format of consciousness. Well, it has already been created, and as they create this, or it has been created, and now the format will be downloaded. Just expect, to see a lot of. You're gonna see a lot of devastation. You're gonna see a lot of things change drastically. That is going to put a lot of fear in people. There are gonna be more car accidents more than ever. Okay. Because some people are not going to be able to adjust to this new format that is being downloaded. So a lot of folks are going to be killed off. Some people are going to have erratic behavior. They're going to make these irrational decisions to do some things. Lots of suicides. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're going to hear about lots of suicides, lots of death, lots and lots of celebrities, as I told you all at the beginning of this year, will occur because most of them will be the sacrifice. Most of them are the sacrifice. A sacrifice must be made, you understand, as you move into a new life. Just like when you give birth to a baby, there's a sacrifice. The blood comes, the blood shed, all of that comes so that the baby can come into the world, and so will be the same as we are birthed, you understand, into this new consciousness, this new format, as I said. Look, so they know it. Those who have pillaged the land, those who have raped, murdered, lynched. You understand what I'm saying? And when I had my walk with my ancestors and all of those guardians, those winged guardians that nestle on the throne of the trees, which I call our trees, the ancestors, our protectors and stuff like that. The ancient great ones, as they nestled there and watched over me, and you know who they are, and for those critters that actually move upon the earth, crawl on the earth, and ascend in the trees. They watch over me as I walk with my staff, because she that walked with the staff walks with the assistance of the ancestors. And I just cried. I boohoo cried as I look at how they are just taking the moss off of the trees, because it's all in the name of greed. But they'll say, "Oh, we're taking it because what it does is it eventually kills the tree because it's a parasite and all of this." But you got these great oaks and magnolias that have been holding on to the moss for, before the beginning of the records, you understand, of man and woman. So, and I just got in deep conversation with them, and they shared with me a gem. Thank you, baby. Thank you, you little old crone. That's a guardian over there, y'all. All winged beings are guardians. So, they spoke to me, and they told me, you're going to have to protect yourself, and you're going to have to warn everyone else to protect themselves. Because those elites, those people who have murdered, you understand, anything that was natural, have a new plan. They have a new plan, y'all. And they have hired sellouts, those who are close to nature, to give them information how they can become us. Hello? So y'all better be watching these movies like Get Out and Us. Keep your eyes on those, because there's a lot of validity there that you may not be aware of. They are in a mad race as they scramble to those dark places. You understand? So that they won't have to face justice, and justice is the sun. So that's why we need to get as much of that as we possibly can, because the sun has a lot to do with what is going to change within your DNA. It actually is the light of evolution, and with that is the importance. I mean, it is more important than food, to tell you the truth, that you get sunlight. You understand? We've evolved with the assistance of the sun. Okay? So I began to feel the energy of the message, and I reinterpreted it. And as I reinterpret it, I'm going to channel with you all. Listen to me very good. So they're trying to create a new matrix. And I noticed something, y'all. As I speak, there are other content creators with far more views than me, like in the millions, one in particular. And they regurgitate everything I say. Today is September the 1st of 2020, because I've noticed what is going on. Y'all give me the time. What is going on is this individual waits till I do a video and regurgitates everything I say right after I get through with it. Now, I'm happy that the individual is inspired, but I don't want at any time for it to be as if though I am actually going around copying off any information, that has been shared on social media. Okay, it's 3:50. Okay. Here is 2:49. Okay, thank you so much, Denisha. How you doing? So, And thank you to the rest of all of you all who have shared with me the time. Thank you, Melanated High Priestess, also. Listen to this, y'all. Because you can believe me if you want to, or you don't have to. Uh, and I lost my thought. So, anyways, that's what time it is. It is 2:49 p.m. Central Standard Time, September the 1st, 2020. Because I need to document this so it won't look at it at any rate as if though when I'm channeling from my source that I'm receiving or taking source information from anyone else. Now, don't get me wrong. To some degree, we all watch other people and we are inspired. So I know this person is inspired. I just want to make sure my time and the date is documented because I mean, word from word, everything I said was being regurgitated. I came to you all and I said, those masks on our faces are the muzzles. The muzzles on our face is to get us, to condition us to be in a position of subservience, to get us and condition us to be in a position to know that we're not to speak in public, we're not to socialize with each other, we're not to connect with each other, we're not to procreate. Eventually, it will be against the law to speak in public if we don't put the brakes on their restraints. Okay, and I know that notice that this individual with millions of views has gone on to repeat what I said, to latch on to me and my source. And I got a feeling that that this person is going to do this now, very bold and confident, because they know that no one is watching me like they're watching them. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to give any credit at all, but it's good that you're inspired and that my source can get to the masses because you got that type of clout, and that's good. But then I look at the person and I say, wow, I thought most of what was coming from this person was probably coming from a source that has given him information, but I find out that it's coming from me and other YouTubers who come through with source and with their sources, like I come through with my sources and stuff like that. So I saw a lot of changes, and this is why I'm gonna kind of get away from talking about this so much on social media and make it a place where I talk more on Patreon and in my website for people who are there, you know, because I've already given some information out on my Patreons thus far. So if you would like to become a Patreon, feel free to. You can find it in my description link. I also found out that YouTube, and it could have been my fault, had some broken links that would not allow you all to get to Amazon to purchase my books if you'd like. I have gone in to fix that. Hopefully it has been fixed. I am not quite sure. If you all can tell or not, please let me know. I had an individual that wanted to go and get books and noticed that two links were not functional that led them to no books. Just a sorry message from Amazon. I'm hoping that that is fixed. I have books available. If you haven't already and you want to get in on me when I'm talking about things like this that I don't necessarily want on YouTube, you can subscribe to my website, which is free, and you don't have to pay to subscribe to it and get on my mailing list. I will have some perks for you all who, and some incentives soon for those of you who do subscribe to my, to my website, so that I will have the ability when I have information out like that, or any products or something like that, I'll have the ability to shoot them straight to your email. I won't have to wait on Facebook because Facebook and YouTube have the ability to cut you off out of traffic, and you're just like somewhere in the middle of nowhere in the Mojave Desert where people don't know where you are. But I will have more ability to just even let you all know, hey, I'm going live, for people who I don't have to wait on YouTube to send notifications because YouTube rarely sends out notifications for this channel. You know what I'm saying? So I can let you all know. So even if you want to know when I'm going live, because you don't have a notification, I can send it to you. Okay. So hopefully that those two links are fixed. And I'm going to also have some links set up for some more books that I have. I have another book that I'm going to drop once again. Um, but anyways, let's go to something else because I'm just rambling now. I'm just going off. It's just so much I want to talk about. So y'all know I am very, very sporadic and spur of the moment because I move with spirit. What I needed to say, so I wanted to talk to you all about this. So since they know that they will not be able to sustain this matrix, you understand? And y'all need to know that there's so many different matrix systems. We call them parallel universes. We call them other dimensions, other timelines. We have so many different names for them. But there are a lot of matrix systems out there, and as they try to also pillage those, they don't stop. Do you think that they don't know, or they are not aware that just like they have come upon our land and stole that from us and all the other shit that they could, that they trying to steal some timelines and shit too, and hijacks other folks' matrix and stuff like that? They're doing a lot of that. They're really in a race to save themselves, and they're not like us. Now you need to know that. And I'm not talking about skin color, baby. I'm talking about races. There are different races. A lot of people think races are tied to the color of your skin, and it's not. A race is a certain species that is actually racing to be able to steal, which they don't call it steal, they're stealing, they call it conquering, other people's resources. That's basically what it is, a race. So you got other species of beings. Just because you're the same color I am does not necessarily mean we are of the same species or the same race or the same. You see what I'm saying? So you could be of other colors, and you don't represent the same agenda that I represent, because we all come here with an agenda, and that agenda is to actually carry out the work of some God like being of some other world. So you have that. You need to know what that is for yourself. So if you're living life saying, I have no agenda, I'm just here, be prepared to go to darker places. And the darker places are becoming willingly, you know, a part of that container system where they house and store energy, light energy, your light energy, because you are totally unaware of your existence, of your agenda, of who you are. Knowing your agenda kind of defines who you are. You need to know that, okay? So if you don't know, this is some time to get to know that, before the shit hit the motherfucking fan. I was talking to a 7-year-old and everything. He said, well, I said, I'm so sorry, but I got the curse and everything. I said, the shit is going to hit the fan. And he was like, you can say the doo-doo finna hit the fan. I said, okay, thank you. I'll use that terminology and everything. So out of respect for the elder, the doo-doo going to hit the fan, okay? So get to know what that is, because we're going into a dark place that we've never gone in before, where there won't be electricity, where there won't be grocery stores available. A lot of people are going to die. A lot of people are going to die. Do you hear me? Okay? And they must die. And it is all in the name of making way for the people who are going to be vibing with the planet. Now I say that because, I may not see that in my lifetime. I may be one of the ones to die, but we must always know that, there is no such thing as a permanent death. We will reincarnate. The thing is, you have to be aware of your agenda, who you are, and all of those things, so that you won't fall victim to that container that vacuums up energy. You understand? Because that's the only energy that they can steal and harvest, those who are unaware. Okay, so this is why it is important to be able to discern your agenda. And if you are in close proximity with your ancestors and you're doing what I'm telling you to do, you're going to know what that is. You're going to know. Okay? And you're going to always hold on to it. Even when you forget. You understand? On another level, you will remember. You can only forget in this physical body. You always will remember in your etheric or your ethereal, body. In your master consciousness, which all lifetimes are housed there. You understand? So, I hated to rant and go on, but I feel like I have to explain things and stuff because I have a cold way of speaking. Listen. So, what they're doing as they take a lot of water down there with them. So we have to be careful that they don't create, a water shortage as they have these huge plastic. I saw it on Ventura's, one of his documentaries. Is it Jesse Ventura? But I saw big bags of water being exported from here, from America to China. As China get ready to try and dominate the entire world. And so it's going to create deserts. And this is why you have the deserts, They created them. Oh, bless me. They have created these deserts, okay? Death Valley is not like that just because it's that way. The Mojave Desert is not like that just because it is just that way. Something came and stole resources from those different places, those civilizations, and pillaged the land. And this is why we have these desolate places and stuff on the planet. We have desolate worlds, you understand, where there's nothing because they've robbed the land. You know what I'm saying? So, they're going to do this as they scramble and set up shop in their refuges, that's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? This is why they try to find their way off the planet. They're trying to go to a whole new star system or something like that and get the fuck away from here because they know that their time is up. And this is what these beings do. Once again, it has nothing to do with a skin color. It has something to do with a conscious level. Remember that conscious level vibes on the agenda of whatever God or whatever world sends them here. So what they'll do is that same consciousness will go in and infect. It will infect. It will infect another system somewhere else, another world, or some other solar system. And then they go in to pillage the land. We can get infected with another conscious agenda, so, which is not going to happen, but that's what happens. So, so we need to know. So now that I've explained this, well, nobody won't take it personal. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That's why we have to stay strong so we won't become, weak. And because when you're in your weakness and stuff like that, you fall vulnerable. You are subject to attacks being mounted by, demons and stuff like that, being mounted by spirits that won't necessarily have anything to offer you. They're just here to just take and attack, and that may just shoot up your blood pressure, make you sick, make your immune system go down, make you make irrational decisions, all of that. So we have to stay strong, and staying strong is not just only meditating, walking with the ancestors and all of that other stuff, and communicating with people, because that's another way to tear you down. This is why they don't want any communication, because they can weaken you, weaken your immune system, make you weak consciously, where they can go in and insert information to make you drive erratic, so you can have all these car accidents and stuff, because people are having accidents like mad crazy because They're unstable people. That's why I say all these people who are running to the church, and also involved with Jesus and so involved with God, or the weaker vessels. And these people, you understand, are going to have a very difficult time as this format comes upon the earth and is downloaded and stuff. These are the people who will be your suicide folks. These are your people who can't adjust to this new change. These are your people that just can't change. So they are going to be like free radicals into suicides, homicides. You're gonna be hearing a lot about this shit, man. You're gonna be just shocked every time you turn around. Somebody gonna be dropping dead. You're gonna be having a lot of celebrities, especially melanated celebrities, that will be departing here. So you know that Hollywood shit, man. Leave that shit alone, man. That MK Ultra Hollywood shit, being an actor and an actress and stuff like that, man. They messing y'all up real bad. Walk away if you are an entertainer, because there are entertainers that watch me. I have had conversations with actresses and actors, and I realize they're just like us. They call and they let me know that ain't no real money over there. That it's just like TV money. When they talk about the assets of how much, how much they're talking about how much they're worth, and with their assets, as far as not what's in the bank, but like, what what I'm saying, what resources they hold. Like you may have a $20 million house, and they say, oh, she's worth $20 million. They're talking about that house that you got over there that you still paying a mortgage on. That is all being added up. Your assets, things that you may still be paying payments on. You see what I'm saying? That's your worth. Is not necessarily what they have at their disposal that they can liquidate at the moment and spend. This is what they're talking about, okay? And so I talk to them. So for me to say that I have had conversations with celebrities and I'm doing work for celebrities does not necessarily mean anything, really, to tell you the truth, because they're just ordinary people. They're just like us. The only thing about it is they're under this mind control. They're under this brainwashing. It's hard for them to just walk away easily because they've given up so much. Thank y'all for coming out to my website. Please, y'all, come out there and subscribe to my website so I can give more information like this to you all in a private place, because I can get a little bit more down and dirty than this, but I'm not going to do this on YouTube, because when I give like this, it is very tiring when you got a whole lot of people pulling at your energy like that for source information so that they can share it with more people. That does stress my blood pressure out. And give me shortness of breath. It's tiring. It's really hard work pulling from source, because you got to give source something in return. Source is not just giving you this information for nothing. Shit, they want to inhabit your body. Look, and let me talk to y'all. So now that we know who I'm talking about, they know that this is what they know, but this is what they don't know. They know that it is a way, because it's been done time and time again, to hijack, you understand, bodies or lineage lines by way of the mitochondrial DNA. And if you don't know what mitochondrial DNA is, it is a DNA that traces you back to the very first woman on the planet. It is something exclusive to women, to females, if you want to call it, to a feminine energy. Okay? Everything is in reverse in our matrix systems, meaning that they give the woman the man's last name. Baloney. When you marry, you are to get the woman's last name, because the only way to trace back the beginning is through her. Your teeth contain mitochondrial DNA. That is a female thing. Let me give you, for an example, this. If something happens to my son, and they need to, I guess, identify him or whatever. You understand? They're going to trace it back to me, my mitochondrial DNA. Something happens to me, they can only trace back the DNA to my mother and my mother's mother, her mother's mother. You know what I'm saying? So the woman actually carries on this very important DNA. And only she carries it. You know, you can only trace it through her. We all carry the mitochondrial DNA, but it's only traced to women. So women have just been written, this matrix, women have been written out of the importance the importance of her carrying you 7 to 8 to 9 months and giving you birth has been written out the matrix system. This is why it cannot hold its integrity. You understand? Because it's built on false principles and lies. So it's coming down. Okay? Okay? The fact that they have stolen from women, it must go down. Okay? So, the other point I wanted to say is, so if my son has a child with his girlfriend, that baby's DNA cannot be traced back to me because he gives up, because he cannot donate any of his mitochondrial DNA to his offspring. The only one that can give that very important information to a child is a woman. So his girlfriend will give her mitochondrial DNA to her baby, and it will be traced back to her mother and her mother and her mother. Because my DNA is canceled out because I've had a male child. Men are mutants. And I think most of our men already understand this. Men were created by a mutation. And in a sense, we're all mutants, even us women, because the first people that inhabited this planet is what we call the hermaphrodites. Both had male and female genitalia. Those are the original people to the planet. And okay, so that's a whole nother subject. I ain't gonna get deep off into all of that, okay, y'all? So, but if my daughters have children, their partners, the male partners who made this baby with them, that mitochondrial DNA from their mothers is canceled out. Now they carry the mitochondrial DNA of them, me, my mom, and so forth and so on. Okay? Now, these devils that are running for their motherfucking life as they leave the puppet Trump in office and all these other presidents all over the world and all over the land, they have sellout spiritualists and scientists creating for them a whole nother world, a quadrant to live in, or a simulation of this earth. Now, they say that this earth is a simulation, but not like the simulation. It's an artificial simulation that they're getting ready to create of this earth. So they're going to make a copy of all our motherfucking asses. You know, you see what I'm saying? I don't know if it's a hologram world and hologram people. I'm not sure. This is just how desperate they want to continue to exist, because they can't, I guess they cannot figure a way off of this out of this place to another place. So what they're trying to do is they want to come back as women, because eventually the world is going to go back to a female energy, a feminine or a woman-like energy. Is going back to that. especially melanated. So, all of you all, you know, of all races, many races, need to watch out. If you are a woman, watch out. Okay? Now, it was so interesting when I was talking to this individual that reminds me of myself. She brought up something that I said, wow, that shit is happening to me. And depending on how deeply evolved or involved you are on your spiritual journey, which you want to get really, really involved so you can see these two worlds and see what's out in your astroscape. Like I was telling y'all, there is this white man in my astroscape with black eyes that's constantly trying to set me up because he wants to, uh, I don't know if it's assimilate or simulate himself into being myself on this simulation of this other matrix and stuff. Y'all watch out. Um, and you may have one in your astroscape. That's why you want to get very astute to what is going on with yourself, not just here on a physical level, but on a spiritual level. You know what I'm saying? And recently, I have started eating more high frequency foods more than ever. I have been trying to make sure I have my carrots every day. And a lot of folks say carrots are bad foods and stuff like that, but shit, everything bad. You know, I've been making sure that I eat my asparaguses, my broccolis, my greens, my squashes, my zucchinis, the fruits of the gods. I've been really involved in eating a lot of that lately because I know that is important to be able to keep my brain functioning where I can connect with the downloads of this new format, my consciousness and everything. So I'm encouraging you all to do that. You know, anything that has to be fried and sizzled on the grill it has nothing in it. It has died. Our foods are alive and they have these wonderful molecules of life in them when they are not fried. Frying things is a death. You eat those, you know, you're just eating death and you're dying. And the body needs so much work to be able to consume those types of things that you've come into your bodies, and it creates more worms. You know, the more meat you eat, the more worms you got, because the worms have to help us digest our food. And if those worms are not fed, they will turn around and eat you. So you don't want to develop too many worms in your gut. Like Mr. Wood is a profound meat eater. You can't get him to eat any vegetables. All he eat is fried. He will eat like chicken wings for that's his entire meal. You can't bacon, chicken wings. You can't get him to eat vegetables and stuff. He said he don't like the way they taste. They're too coarse. They're hard to chew on. But you need that roughage to go into the colon and it helps scrape and clean it out. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why you need good teeth to be able to chew it and all that, so you won't have to cook and destroy all of the DNA in the foods, because you're just actually getting rid of whatever you need. You understand, to elevate yourself. So this is what I've been doing, and I noticed a huge difference. But the enemy is going to constantly try to knock you off that square. You understand? That platform, in other words, to keep you from connecting. Those people who are lighthouses, you are magnifying this light energy that is resonating from here and beyond. Way out the twilight zone. Past the goddamn Mandela Belt, past Pluto and all them other goddamn planets and solar systems and shit. Way past Andromeda and all the rest of these galaxies and shit. And you're being watched because right now, the ancestors of these devils, and that's exactly what they are, and that's what the Bible called them, you understand? That are fleeing to the bottomless pit, as Revelation says. They're dead, but these are the ones who kept this power going here in the age of Pisces for so long, but now the monuments are crumbling and falling. Just look that up. So many monuments are just falling. I mean, ain't nobody even knocking them over. They're just falling over by themselves and stuff like that. Well, you know, they're desperate. These ancestors are desperate because they know taking good care of their offspring guarantees them another experience here on the planet to live again. But they won't be able to. You know what I'm saying? They won't be able to. So since they know that it's a strong possibility that that's not going to happen, they don't want you having no babies. They don't want you socializing. They're going to make it against the law to come out your house soon. If you caught caught outside your house, they're going to say they're going to use deadly force. You don't have no government. There's nothing, and it's going to get worse. It's going to decline. Not going to get any better. You may think it's better, but if you're still walking around with masks, you got a cashless system. Stores are closing because I told you a long time ago they're going to close all these stores. You're not going to have the privilege of just going shopping for foods. They're going to decide what the fuck you eat. It's not going to be real food. And also, y'all going to, okay, that's on my Patreon. I'll be careful. Don't eat these vegetables and stuff they're giving out. These Monsantos. Oh, God. That stuff Willie got here, it was so tough and hard. I couldn't cut it with a knife. It didn't even look real. Don't eat it. And they carry with them these roaches, these house roaches that fly. They're giving out something that is not going to be good. Everything free ain't good. It just ain't something ain't right with it. Tough apples and shit. Tough onions. Just all of that crazy stuff. Don't eat it. They're giving this stuff out all around the nation. I've talked to quite a few people who say, yeah, they're giving it out in my city too. They're giving it out in my city. And get ready, because like I say, as they do away with grocery stores and retail stores, they're going to decide what you're going to wear, what you're going to eat. You're going to stay in your house and wait till they put that drop box down there. And this way you're going to get your food. But you can't be caught just walking around casually. They're going to use these different viruses and plagues as an excuse. And I dropped some other gems in my Patreon, and I'm gonna drop them on my website, and I'm not gonna drop them on YouTube. I'll tell you some other stuff that they showed me when I was on the travel. I saw some stuff on the travel. I was operating on YouTube channel in the travel, and it was so crazy because I saw where they were like actually hijacking my channel with porn and all of that shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And I remember getting through with the video, and there was some porn at the end of the video and shit, and all this crazy stuff that would get the channel shut down. I remember trying my best while I was on the travel to stop that. I don't know why cell phones don't work on travels. Y'all know? They just don't work well on travels, laptops. You know? And I know somebody going to try to laugh and make a joke out of it. They always do. But they kind of calm it down a little bit. But they don't understand. You understand? They're not on this frequency. And I think they're getting the hang of it. You know? So, get ready. You may just have one of those devils in your astral realm. Now, if you'll know if you got one of those devils in your astral realm. You're looking for all of these different signs of black magic, this, black magic, that. Everything ain't black magic. Okay? You got a lot of trials and tribulations in your life. Everything ain't black magic. And I'm going to do a video to help you all to discern the difference between black magic and just everyday life occurrences and some things that you may have contributed to. You understand? It's just some karmic things that are happening. And you want to blame it on magic, black magic, because that keeps you from peeling away the layers of really looking at your own actions and how you may not just be a good person all the time. You know, so that's why a lot of people like to claim somebody put some dog work on them. That's easy to do. But I want to be able to help you to distinguish. Am I saying this the right word? Between, damn, distinguish and extinguish. They're so similar. But help you all to distinguish between black magic and the fact you just got a motherfucker devil in your astral realm. This is when you start getting into that movie like Us. This is when you start getting into doppelgangers. Okay? They're real. And a lot of you may see these doppelgangers. Okay? They come in the midst of sicknesses. They come in the midst of so many arrays of things. It's like questioning your sanity, like shit, like you got Alzheimer's, senile dementia and shit, and all these other kind of diseases and stuff. But really what it is, you got a motherfucker that's trying to hijack you. They're creating a simulation of your ass for another matrix system. That's my explanation, and I got it from source. Because I am an oracle. And a great sage. Hello? So I want you all to be watching. Now, I don't want you to be paranoid to the point where you get to a point you're creating this thing for yourself. I'm only talking about the people who may have seen a copy, or somebody may have said that, hey, I've seen that copy of you. I've had people to report that they've seen copies of me. Mr. Willie he said, I saw your truck, I saw you. But it could be you. Because you way off in an whole nother city. Okay? This been going on for the last 10 years. I even seen my own doppelganger on 2 occasions. One where, I was just the same truck that was driving was mine. At the back of my head, it was mine. And it was night, and this individual was driving, and the faster I drove to catch up with them, the faster they drove, so I couldn't fucking catch up with her. I've also seen her burning a multitude of colorful candles and stuff. I walked up on her. She was like looking down at the floor and shit, like she didn't know my presence was there. That doppelganger doesn't necessarily, she's not as animated as you are. And the good thing is not to allow her to see you, because if y'all see each other, that ain't good for you. Because it's a struggle. She will try to harm you. She don't represent your good because she wants to be you. And that shit comes from the astral realm or whatever being. And most of these are deceased, discarnate ancestors. So this white devil with these black eyes, you understand what I'm saying? There are black devils too, so I don't want nobody to get offended. There are some black devils too. Okay? But it's something about this one white. It's trying to find its way to, it wants to snatch your soul and live your life in another simulation, because it knows the power that you have. You understand what I'm saying? The power as being you, a woman, something that it don't have. So y'all need to beware of that. Now, all of y'all don't have that to worry about. Just some of us. Why it has chosen me. You understand what I'm saying? Who better to choose from? Now, I know y'all going to say, ooh, that's cocky. Well, it is what it is. You understand? And the same will go for you all. Who better than you, the enlightened ones? You understand? So they don't want to have to reincarnate. And they know they won't be able to reincarnate. This matrix is like lights out. So they know they can't come back in. So rather than to go and create a new matrix, where they have to just start just building from scratch, they would rather just get your shit and live it. And you got to be careful with them, You understand? That they don't snatch up your mitochondrial DNA and snatch up your lineage line, because then your ass can't reincarnate it, because them motherfuckers done reincarnated in place of it. Now, this is a very complex thing to try to, describe, so I'm going to leave this shit alone, okay? Let me see what's going on in the chat. Hey, Chris, thank you for moderating. How you doing? Okay, Chris said we got to get this work done. Kate said she got her water ready. Okay, Ross says she's going to get her. She got a black counter going. She's going to get a white counter going. And that's what's so beautiful, to see all of us, whether you be a male or female, you black or white, all of us got our candles going, our flames going and stuff. That also raises and boosts, your levels of consciousness, and help with the ascension process. You know what I'm saying? That's very important that you do that. So spirit recognizes you. Now, they recognize you anyway, but it is also that light, that look. One of the ways that you'll know, and let's gonna talk about this briefly, whether or not you're dealing with black magic or you're dealing with astral corpse. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way Melanin said it. There are astral corpse out there. They're a corpse because they don't have these souls. You know what I'm saying? So what they need, look at Get Out now. Don't take my word for it. Look at Get Out. What they need, and this has nothing to do with skin tone or color, because you could be any color and not have that soul. Let me tell you something. To know whether or not you have a soul, you'll know you have a soul if you have an appreciation for nature. You have a respect for it. The people who don't have a soul totally disregards, and something just randomly fucking just fell out of nowhere. They totally disregard. Do y'all know that the plug actually fell out the damn wall? They don't have a regard at all for life, for the vegetation on the earth. You understand? You see what I'm saying? They pillage the land. Those people don't have souls. But if you can get out there and connect with nature and see the beauty in it, you can hear the birds and understand the meaning of it. You understand? And all of those things, and you can hear the crickets in the background. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily, being funny. You hear the crickets, and crickets are just like this new thing that they use to say that you didn't say anything, or didn't nobody understand or comprehend, whatever. But if you can just appreciate the moment, the smell of the roses, the flowers, and all of those things, you got a soul. Fucking you got a soul. Those people who totally are not aware, they ain't got nothing. They don't have anything. They don't have any light energy. There's nothing there. So if you hear, you got a soul. If you hear and you gravitate to spiritual things, to the craft, to those things, you got a soul. But these people that don't have one, they are anti-nature, because they just see something. They see nature as something to just benefit them at the moment, to build houses, to make cars and shit like that. You understand? Build factories to make themselves comfortable. This is what it is. But when you're in a natural state, you understand that every good thing comes to an end. You understand that you got to transition, you got to die. They don't want to die, baby. Because they know they don't have a soul. They know there's nothing to reincarnate to. See what I'm saying? So these are your astral corpse. Don't think that they ain't fucking with us right now as we speak. They are the ones to set up all these roadblocks when you thought you was finna get this promotion, or you was gonna get this job, and you thought you was gonna get this loan, or you thought you was gonna get this stimulus check and you didn't get it. These are the motherfuckers that actually put up these goddamn detours and shit around. You find out you got a detour somewhere, and get around there and find out there's another detour. You just in a maze of detours. They are the ones that set that up. These are your adversaries. These are the devils they refer to when they say ain't nobody did this but the devil. This is what they're talking about. The astral corpses. They're out in your astral realm. And what I'm trying to figure out is how to get them out. You feel drowsy all the time, and you're feeling tired. It could be some black magic, but in some cases, you got an astral corpse. You ain't got no energy for yourself. It's because that astral corpse is getting it. Trying to create another you. Y'all see what I'm saying? So y'all got to do some evaluation and find a way to cut them off. You know, I have people who call me and say, I don't have any luster in life anymore. I don't have the desire to do the things that I once used to do. Nothing is fun anymore. You understand? It's because you got an astral corpse. Most of these depressions, anxieties, manic depressants, all of that, they have astral corpses. And ain't nobody putting nothing on you. What's in your astral state? That is a total invasion of privacy. You go in your astral state and you see some being that terrifies you and frightens you, shocks you, it's because something has compromised your astral world. And that shit is going on, believe it or not, right as we fucking speak. I didn't motherfucking give your ass the permission to come here. You understand? It's what you have to tell them. You have no permission to be here. And if they are malevolent, they're not going to leave. They don't leave peacefully. Some of them respect. They'll get up and go. They'll realize, oh, okay, I'm not wanted here. Okay, bye. You understand? But most of them don't have anything to fucking give you in return. You got some spirits that will come in your astral state. They got something to give you that can benefit you. Maybe to heal your body from some affliction. Maybe to get you a house, or get you somewhere to stay, get you off the street, help you in your spiritual business if you're a practitioner. You understand? They're benefiting you. But you got some malevolent bitches and motherfuckers out there. They don't give a damn how they tear you down. They have calm to get what the fuck they want. They are not only, they don't only just pillage this physical land, they will pillage your astral land. And that's all I got to say about that. Okay? A lot of y'all might not understand what I'm talking about. Give it some time. Somewhere up ahead of your journey, you'll get it. Just put it in your pocket for right now. Some of y'all may get it, some of y'all might not. I see Mike, what you say Mike Sam said he's burning his candle right now as we speak. Okay? We all need to burn candles. I have a habit of lighting not only a white candle when I'm doing my readings. That is very important. Ever do a reading, Miss Wood got on me about that, and I don't know where this newfound knowledge is coming from. This man had gave my ass a reading. So, but I think what is happening is my ancestors are using him as a vessel to communicate with me when I'm stubborn and I'm not listening. Because that man came in here and told me. He said, you're supposed to have a candle lit at all times. You don't do that. Light a candle. And so I've been kind of like, listening to him and everything. He even gave one of my clients a reading that blew her mind. I was like, where the fuck is this coming from? So I got to watch his ass. He's going to get better at this than me. But anyways, yeah. So y'all keep them white candles lit. We're not going to burn too many black candles, because when you got two things going on. You could be manifesting or fighting for your life. When you're burning black candles, you're fighting for your life. When you're fighting for your life, you can't manifest anything. All blessings are cut off for that moment. You're protecting yourself. You're fighting a war. Okay? Keep that in mind. You can't do both at the same time. You can't fight a war and manifest. You got to make your pick. When you do your black candles and you fight a war, it's because it's necessary. If you sit up there saying, I'm burning a black candle on somebody on social media because they made me mad, you're cutting off your cash. Because on social media, it's just a place, I'm just going to be honest, to learn and to earn. And y'all heard it from me first. It's a place to learn and earn. Anything outside of that, it's a waste of time. Wasted energy. I had to learn that the hard way. Learn it and earn it, okay? Don't cut off your blessings with a black candle to nobody on social media. Okay? So, the more you can burn your white candles, your blue candles for peace, your yellow candles and stuff like that to kind of, it kind of helps speed things along. And orange to open roads, and green for cash and finances, and purple for prosperity, and gold for prosperity and all of that. So I just gave you a whole lesson. As long as you are doing those things, you understand, you could be very prosperous and successful. But if you got to resort to that black candle, I'm not saying you're a bad person, because we got to do what we got to do. Make sure it's for a good cause, because it's going to stop your cash. You don't want to stay on that stage for too long. You have to find yourself burning black candles all day long, and white candles with it. You done canceled out the white candle. Because with that black candle comes a lot of negativity. It draws that with it. Comes with the territory. Because black candles draw a certain type of spirit to you. Okay? Those spirits are not about prosperity. They are about violence and war. So you choose how you want to live your existence on the planet. It's totally up to you. Okay, beautiful. Chris said he bought a whole tray of white pillar candles. Good. That's what you want to spend your time with. You want to invest. Even though I got them black candles, y'all see back in the back, offer clients who are at spiritual war. It's one of those fight or flights. It's one of those situations with do or die. We just don't just use those because somebody had said that you ugly. Or somebody said you built up fine. Or you built bad. Those are not for that. Because somebody hurt your feelings. Those are for people who are trying to come in and destroy your life. And no one on YouTube or social media had that kind of power over you now. You think somebody's trying to destroy your life on social media just because they said this, they said that, or whatever, try to ruin your reputation. They're like quite a few people have come to try to ruin my reputation and stuff like that. My thing is this right here. All of that is canceled out because I can work and build to show people that I have a wonderful reputation. Going and burning black candles on them and stuff like that, that ain't finna get me nowhere. I don't want to spend too much time in dark places. Because I know that the ancestors is going to take real good care of that. You need to know that, okay? Okay. So, on that note, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave. Hey, Jackie, where you been? Thank you for moderating. Okay. But look, check this out. Watch those astral corps. You might not be aware of them. Keep an eye on them. Stay protected from them. Never go and war with one of those. Okay? You don't want to challenge them. You got to find another effective way, or effective. That's the way I want you to hear it. An effective way to Find a way to not distinguish them, but extinguish them. Let them know that they will not be coming back. How to do it? It's all about encouraging them. They're not going to do it when they're malevolent. Or asking for source to consume them. Return them to source. Release them to source. Now, I've had no activity from this particular being that I've not been able to see it in my astral world. But that does not mean that they're not still there hidden. You see what I'm saying? This battle had been going on about 5 or 6 years ago. And, I was telling y'all about it. But you don't never know if they've accomplished their mission, the reason why they are quiet. So it's a constant battle to hold on to your light energy as you here on this planet. So you better be aware. While you're spending most of your time trying to get a man or something like that, or get a woman or what have you, you better not. Don't let that consume your life. You understand? Because you got to transition to the other side. Most of your work should be going towards how you going to navigate on that other side. That's what you coming here to learn. So you can get past those pitfalls and obstacles that you faced, and when you were on that in that astral realm. Okay. Everybody's astral realm is different. Hey, Shiva, baby. I'm doing fine. Love you too. Okay, I'm gonna have to go on, y'all. I get calls and stuff from people. Hey, feedback, and I'm actually, they're gonna know that I'm forwarding they call. Hey, Lolita. Lolita, let's talk about that. How you doing? She said, Mama, I know you're telling the truth. I just typed in, an experience I had last night, and before I could hit enter, it disappeared. Listen, a lot of that is coming from Google. So we must know that. As Google is working on their new way of censoring certain individuals from information that they need in their evolution. You understand? Because people are getting very intelligent and witty, not only physically, but spiritually and mentally. So they're going to try to cut you off from access to certain things like that. But a lot of it is coming from some of these ancestors. You got some ancestors that don't want you to win, okay? Okay? I'm just going to be honest. And I don't want nobody to get offended, but it is what it is. I got to be honest with you. A lot of us have white ancestors. I know that I have white ancestors. Most black people here in America have white ancestry. You understand? Because Massa was coming in the cat, you know what I'm saying, to get him some of that sweet nectar. Okay? He could not resist. And most white people have black ancestry and not know it, because some of them were able to, the offsprings of Massa was able to pass as white. And they went on to society to procreate once again with white people. So you can't tell the difference between, you see what I'm saying? You understand? Between them and those biracial people that were the product of the actual rape. And some of it wasn't rape. Some of them, in love mouse. You know what I'm saying? So it was a union of love, and they created babies. And so you couldn't tell them apart from white people. So, but check this out. So that makes it where I have white ancestry and you have white ancestry, And the white people here on my platform, you have black ancestry, so we are melting pot. We know that. But what happens is this: becomes a problem because I have some white ancestry that I am very aware of, and I know that this there's a chance that this being could be a white ancestor. And sometimes I'm thinking he's the priest that actually gave me sacrament when I was a little girl. Sacrament. Um, a lot of these ancestors and stuff, especially those devilish ones that wanted to keep this place colonized and keep it a place where they had privileges and they were able to own slaves to do the work that they didn't feel like they didn't feel like doing, and the work that they could not do because they weren't strong enough. They were weak. A lot of those ancestors, as their blood coursed in my bloodstream, and their love and hates and all of these memories and all of that is all in me too. You see what I'm saying? As well as the pain of the ancestors of the black people that are in me too, and other races and everything like that, whatever. But those white ancestors are working pretty hard to try to cancel me out and block me and disable me and create doubt in me and shit. Y'all need to know that's what's causing a lot of this shit. That causes that. So knowing you got some of that stuff going on, it makes life kind of difficult. And I'm just only pulling from source. I'm not trying to create any discord or anything of that nature. Some just touching all over my body, y'all. Like they're touching me like feathery type feelings, or like something like something out of straw, touching me in different areas and stuff like that. I guess that's the ancestors that are trying to speak or something, get my attention. So I guess I better go. But know that that's a part of you now, even if you're white. You got black ancestry. You got the pain of those black ancestors coursing through your blood too. And this is why I say in this movement of rioting and peaceful protesting, you have a lot of white people that are leading the forefront and don't even know it. They black ancestors got them doing. Have mercy, Lord. This is where we at. This is where it's at, y'all. And a lot of black people angry because, like I told you, I was dealing with this fair-skinned black man that was angry because people are protesting and stuff like that. I didn't know how to take that, I just don't know how to take that because I think we all should be a part of the protesting, not a part of the vandalizing and the rioting, but we all should take that stand. I mean, no matter what color you are. All in the name of keeping our civil liberties and still having the ability to be human beings. They want to take that from us. They want to make us like, these zombies walking around. Or a zombie. You can't let that happen. You are allowing it to happen when you do not support these people who want to protest. The younger people want to get out and have a say. It's going on everywhere. Berlin, all over, man. It's just everywhere. Protesting. Not just for, Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? But just because people know that they got to take a stand. Or just sit down and take any damn thing. So, listen, Lolita, I'll go off so far, I drift off so far to see y'all won't know where I'm at. But look, you said it just totally disappeared. It sounds like that you're dealing with maybe some adversaries. You gotta know the difference between adversaries that course through your blood and adversaries from just people out there that's just trying to do some work on. The difference between black magic, the difference between just karma, and just the difference between You know what I'm saying? You got somebody working against you in these astral corps. You got to know the difference and how to, I say, distinguish between them. Now, if it just totally disappeared like that, just vanished, those are adversaries. Now, I had an experience today. There was this lady. I stumbled on her channel, and I noticed that she was saying a lot of stuff that I say, and I said, damn, I'm vibing with her. Because she's talking just like me. She's new. She just popped up. Now, I know she's not copying off of me. Because the information is slightly different, but I said she's saying the same thing I'm saying. And I noticed that on that particular video, all it did was spin. It was just spinning, going around in a circle. I look at it a little bit more. Now, who's doing that? That's Google. That's YouTube. YouTube has the ability to restrict content from content creators and YouTubers who just have an account. If you are something that they don't like, a threat or something like that, and you are getting access to more content that validates what you're talking about, that will supplement what you're talking about, and they don't want you to have it because they see you as a threat, they have the ability to cut those streams off from you. And I talked to you all about that, how they're going to do this across the internet abroad. Just like traveling to other countries and stuff like that, they have the ability to restrict certain people, certain groups of people from having the experiences of going abroad and changing their ideology, because they need them to be programmed to carry on the ghettos and to carry on ignorance. You understand? They restrict them from that intentionally. And now that the access is there on social media, they are going to restrict that also too. Okay? Y'all hear my little birdie crowing, birdie? Her voice is changing. So anyways, I hear you, baby. Mama hear you. Okay? So I did an experiment. I said, okay, I can't see this video. But that's all right. I'm going to see if it's because this is my YouTube channel and they know it's me and they don't want me to see this information. Or if it's just something on her end, they just don't want her information to get out there. Let me see. I know she had very, very few subscribers and very, very few views. And on a good day, I'm going to tell y'all in my Patreon and on my website who she is so y'all can follow her. Because she's saying something so similar. Look. I think she ain't got no more than probably like 50 subscribers. Ain't nobody over there. But that's what I like. I like few subscribers. I don't like mainstreaming. Because if you got millions and millions of views, then that means you've gotten on their good side. If you gotten on their good side, it's because you talking their language, and then that means something is left out. Now it's okay to have millions of views. You got your place, and I love to come to you all too, but I prefer to go to people who have very few views, because I know it's for a reason. Those people, you know what I'm saying, really got it going on. But this girl only got 50 folks. Very attractive individual, and it looked like she should have more. But it's that truth she's spitting they don't want out there. So what I did is this. I went incognito. And I went back to that same channel. And I said, let's see if it spins if I go incognito. I went incognito. And the video had no trouble at all. No spinning or nothing. I was able to watch it and enjoy it. Okay? So I know that when I go back to her channel, I got to go back incognito. Because her channel, I mean, that video was labeled like I labeled mine. So they said, oh, fuck no. We don't want her to think or to know that there's someone else out there just like her. So we going to cut this out, okay? She don't need no validation, okay? So if you ever see a video spin, remember the title of the video and remember what you know what I'm saying? Remember the name of the channel and go incognito and watch it. If there are ever any videos on my end that spin, go and watch it incognito. If you ever look for, if you ever, oh, thank you, baby. If you ever looking for some material and you find out you just can't find what you're looking for, go incognito. I find more cool channels incognito than I can find on YouTube. Incognito is going to be your friend, babies. Because they're going to try to censor your ass. I'm reading the chat, y'all. Okay, now listen to this. This is what that other young lady, and she was a black woman, was reporting to me. Listen to this. I'm listening, Mama. I didn't see who was talking last night, but I did wake up one night and saw a being. I felt fear at first, and then the fear quickly left. Now listen to me tell you. I'm not saying this happening in your situation. I want to make this clear to everybody. But I have had a couple of women tell me that they have had an invasion in their homes and in their astral realm of these disincarnate spirits, okay? Now, it is a chance. I'm not saying it is in your case that is what it is. That you are having some activity from an astral corpse. Because they're looking for women, especially black women, to attach the motherfucking ass to. Because they know the power that she possesses. So if they can come back that, a woman, or specific a black woman, they know what they can do with that. Because they know everything is returning to the woman. You understand? So this is what they're sitting out there doing. Look at Get Out once again. They just did everything in reverse. They used a black man. The reason why they used the black man, because the black man is going to be the superhero. And it's to save the race of them. You see? If you watch movies like Bird Box and movies like, what is his name? Will Smith movies, and, you got your Denzel Washingtons. They're always the black men and your Samuel L. Jackson. So if y'all listening, I want y'all to know y'all are all sellouts. And you have no place in the new world. Okay? You're sellouts. You have allowed them to use artificial means as payments. You get no spiritual points to persuade you to do the dirty. Look. Thank you, baby. Hang on in there as you continue to say, But look. You got bad places and stuff. But there's a bad place for you. And you created it. They're always showing these black men as being the heroes to save the fucking planet. And ain't now we got some great men here. Now, my men here, balance and respect femininity. So by no means am I talking about you. If you love and respect your mother, your sisters, and all of that, you love and respect yourself. I ain't talking about you. But I'm going to say this right here. As I watch them be the superhero. Ain't none of them ever cared nothing about saving nothing but their goddamn self. So if you in a position where you've allowed them to allow you to be a sellout, you ain't no savior and you ain't no fucking hero to do something like that. But anyways, they're using these black men, especially the dark ones, to get this elevated status of being like a Superman that's coming to our knight in shining armor. Yeah, yeah, baby. To save us. But on the flip side, it's all about them saving, using these same individuals to procreate and save their race, their species, those things of that nature. That's exactly what is really going on here. So you need to wake up and see what's going on. So when they use that black character guy to and get out and everything to make it seems like, oh, we using him so we can get his soul and all of this and all that. And in actuality, it is the black woman that should have portrayed that part, because that's what they want access to. They want access to the beginning. And the black woman, we need to all understand, she is the beginning. The oldest race is the pygmy race. Thank you, baby. In Africa. I'm here. That's what I came here to bear the truth, baby. Because you can write whatever you want on paper and in a textbook and try to force it on me in media and on TV. But at the end of the day, my DNA is the Akashic Records. Okay? So I have access to an ancient library. I don't need your schools, your textbooks, and your novels to persuade me to believe your fabricated lie. Do you understand me? Thank you, girl. Hey, Tamu, how you doing? That's right. They needed her to save humanity. That's why they came up with this whole thing. Lucy. Remember the movie Lucy? Really, Lucy was supposed to be portrayed as a black woman, but they portrayed her as a white woman and everything. But I still get the concept. It was just not done correctly. Okay, just like they used a black man to show, hey, they're going to send you out in the ethers and steal your essence, steal your body, and all of that. It should have been a black woman. Let's set the record straight. So a lot of this information is sort of a misinformation, as they choose to use other characters other than what should be represented. You know what I'm saying? And even in your movies, what you call that movie? Not Inception, but Insidious. Those should have been what? Black women, because you can be hijacked and don't know it from your astral realm, from these astral corps. You can be. Women of all races can be hijacked. You need to know this, okay? Now, and men, you can be too. But the black woman has to be exceptionally on guard. And that's just the truth. She has to protect herself. So all these black women run around here with their weaves and their wigs on their heads and all of their makeup powder all over their face and worried about getting a man, a nigga, and worried about fashion and pretty and all that. You missed the bus, baby. You out. It's lights out. You ain't doing nothing. We should be volunteering. I noticed, like, amongst white people, they do more volunteering and helping and pitching in and rescuing and preserving nature. This, I must be honest, this is something that is missing in the element of the black woman. And if she cannot take her place to do what she was created to do, she should be hijacked. But they don't want those bodies because they're useless and soulless. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you find yourself all caught up in your nails and in your toenails, and you know what I'm saying, you ain't got no place in your bone, not a bone in your body for no spirituality, and you stay stuck there, because we've all been there, but are you going to stay there? You understand? So now I'm not criticizing because you're there. I'm criticizing you because you're there. I'm criticizing you there because you don't want to leave. You refuse to get up and go. Okay? So it comes a time, 2020, come on, this is the realm of spirituality and beyond. Where are you? Get out of there getting your toenails done and stuff, and your fingernails done, and waiting on your weaves to fly from Malaysia or Asia, wherever they go. You wearing men hair half the time. These men grow their hair real long so they can sell it to you. And you're carrying around other folks' energy when you're wearing that. You see what I'm saying? Most of these folks go to temples and give their hair away and stuff like that so that they can appease gods and get deliverance from their sins. And you walking around with this on your head. This is why you're acting so crazy and irate. And right now you're being those type of women. You're being these people are exploiting you, because you can get a lot of YouTube views when you show these people in that state, because people look up to you as leaders, and this is the way you portray yourself. And so this is why you're under the microscope. The black woman is under the microscope because she needs to understand that she is the lead, and she's the beginning. She's the beginning. So this is why you get there. And so if you around here, all you can think about is, I got to get my nigga, I got to get my man, I got to get me some dick, and all that, and that's all on your mind, baby. You know what I'm saying? You ain't coming back. You'll have no soul. I can't say that you're going to be kidnapped by these astral corps, because I don't think they want you. And then they might want you because they may want to take an opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, inhabit you and do the work they want to do for the new matrix that they created. They should get you. Because if you ain't doing nothing with your DNA, somebody else can benefit from it. Because that's the most powerful DNA out there, the mitochondrial. Okay? Hey, Chastain Stone, how you doing? And so people, like white people who have decided to put the effort towards, doing these things with nature and trying to, help, with the movement, and who are in these places, their DNA will change. Your DNA, when it's probably hard for you to understand, but you will obtain the mitochondrial DNA of the first. Okay? You will reincarnate that way because you are aware of what's going on. But you got some black folks ain't aware. You will be snatched up because you're wasting a body. Because if you are created for the matrix, baby, to hold this image up for celebrities and different type of products, for like, Maybelline and shit, man, it's a wrap for you. I can't help you. Get away from here because you're taking my energy, you're making me short of breath and tight. Get the fuck off the channel. Bye. And this goes for anybody, no matter what color you are. Get away from me. I don't need no motherfuckers riding on my back trying to get to the goddamn promised land. I am not a goddamn camel. Do you hear me? So y'all gonna have to give up on some people. They're gonna be a hopeless cause. Give up or saint with them. It's up to you. Give up or saint with them. Okay, y'all. I gotta go. So I think, hey, Christopher, you doing okay? Okay. Hey, Megan's Legit Tarot. How are you? Yeah, that's right. Melanated High Priestess says she has white ancestors as well. And it's a chance that we got some white ancestors that I'm gonna share a story with y'all. And some of you may know the story, and some of you may be shocked. I got something to tell y'all. I have a video on YouTube, and I'm playing a guitar in the dark, but you can see something. I'm in the house by myself, in the room by myself. Every time I make a mistake, a doll's hand, like Getty hand, comes down in the video. And I'm going to find that video so I can share it with y'all. Y'all will see a doll hand go down like it's orchestrating me or helping me to make correction. I'm like, what the fuck? It really made me question my reality here. And I didn't know what the fuck it was. We looked at it good, me and Mr. Willie, and we realized it was a doll's hand. And the hand looked like Gedde's hand. But only the hand, the stitch on the hand looked different from the stitch I would create. Because I know my stitch, every stitch is like a fingerprint. You know when you stitch, you know when you're sewing, every one stitch is like it's like a a fingerprint. So it's none alike. Just like black hair, to be honest. Nappy coily hair, no hair is alike. It's a fingerprint. It's a fingerprint. That's actually what it is. And it's your own identity, your own physical identity. Not meaning you identify with that and that's who you are, but a way to identify you through fingerprints. You can do that with hair strands too. And I said, that's not my stitch. Well, that's not my stitch. I didn't stitch that. Somebody else stitched that. Do y'all know that I went deep into thought, meditation, deep into that to figure out who it is, because I can do that. And when I tell y'all who was behind that, y'all gonna be shocked. And I'm not trying to coddle nobody. I'm just trying to tell y'all the truth. Why you scrambling like that? Do y'all know what I saw? I saw a woman look just like that doll that I keep that up on that bottle. It was a white Appalachian woman. Kind of heavy bottom, heavy set bottom down there. She had her hair pulled up at the top. It was all white. And she had the Appalachian old clothes on and everything. And she was sitting down there sewing up a doll. Now, who she was, now I'm inclined to believe that was an ancestor. So, I can't say totally that all of them hate me. I can't say that. I cannot say that because this one definitely was in my corner. And I know, as I first of all give credit to my black ancestors, that they are always at the forefront battling for me and assisting me here on my journey and on the other side. I got to give them credit first. That they're also, I must give credit to the white ancestors that are there too. So y'all need to know you got white ancestors. You understand? So you can't necessarily hate nobody. You can't. We're all a part of each other. Not just that the fact we're in America, we're all a part of each other, and we're all akin to each other. And that's what I'm getting down to. I am kin, and you are kin to every person on American soil that was born here and can trace their lineage back to America. We all are one. But even on a conscious level, here on this planet, occupying this space and time at this one time, we're all connected. We're all one. Don't y'all ever forget that. So, all of this hating, I hate you, I hate that one, I hate this, you got to stop. It's got to stop. You're not going to be able to transcend or sin. You're not going to be able to reach those higher places of consciousness. It's going to be important on the other side. Okay? But I saw her. And I saw the different talents she had. But I also know of my talents of my black ancestors too. They taught me how to play the guitar and do that. I know what all of their spirits are with you. When your ancestors' spirits with you, those are your talents. Those are your gifts. That's them giving it to you. They had it. They're giving it to you. Being able to write books and all of that. You are an author and you're writing books, you're writing poems. It's because there's an ancestor or some spirits that are attached to you, that have found favor in you, that has given that to you. And when you're dealing with these actors and stuff like that, they are actually exploiting the gifts of their ancestors, of the spirits, for this artificial situation that they are finding themselves comfortable in. That will be snatched away from them soon. Okay, so you need to know that I am aware of white ancestry. And those that love me and are with me Like the one talent to make the dolls, I got to give that credit to her. And this is what source has given to me. People may disagree, but this is what source has shared with me. Okay? So in your reality it may be wrong, and my reality is real, and it counts for me. And I saw this woman sitting down here making dolls. And I said, oh, wow, that's where it's come from. That's where the doll making skills come from. Wow. You know, I have my little swamp doll on my nightstand, and I promise y'all, I turn it towards me so I can see him, and his head is always turned towards the bird. And I'm always looking at the back of his head. So it actually turns and moves by itself. Okay. Hey, the divinity of Ananda. T do a intuitive consulting. How you doing? Oh my God, you're right. She says so much energy wasted on low vibrational emotions, and that's what these elites want. They want you to spend that time there, because as long as you're there, that's what gives them the energy to power up this matrix, y'all. Y'all, I noticed something. I have matches and they disappear. Matches can disappear on your ass. They've been doing the vanishing phenomena on me for a minute here. Show hell. Okay. Hmm. I'm gonna have to get me some long matches, y'all. When I strike them matches, every time I strike the match, I burn my pointer finger. I somehow have to get me some long matches. I hate short matches. When I was a little girl, matches were not this little. They are so tiny. You can burn yourself with these little tiny matches. I'm around them, y'all know that. I move with spirit, so I know y'all saying, where did that come from? I'm reading the chat, y'all. Now, who is this? Now, if you're doing some advertising in here and you have not asked me, and you have not given me well wishes, and you have you just totally just went against me, as if though I don't matter. I'm gonna take your privileges to be able to comment out off of my channel. Okay, there's a right way to do this now. There's a right way to do this. You know who you are. I'm just about a minute away from taking your privileges away. So I don't want anybody advertising their brand in here without my permission. Okay? Let's get that straight. Just because you think I'm nice, that don't mean that I'm weak. Take my kindness for weakness. You know who you are. I want you to refrain from that, or you gone. Do you hear me? You know who you are. I'm looking at you right now. Now, if you're not going to give me the product so I can check it out for myself personally, I don't want to mention no. Say this. Hey, Salt and Pepper, how you doing? And they know who they are. So the next time I come in here, you can't comment if I don't see you showing some respect. It sounds like we got some desperate people in here. This is not a billboard sign to advertise your brand. You got to do it the way I did it. I started from scratch 2008. You're going to have to do the same, or you could at least give me a piece of that. Just give me the product. Purchase the product. Let me check it out. Okay? If you advertising something that I might not advocate in here. Hey, Kay Amore, how you doing? And if so people won't think it's them, it's somebody that's new, brand new. I ain't never seen it here before. That's the one who doing it. So if you know it ain't, you ain't a brand new, you know I ain't talking about you. This some brand new person. Don't try to sweeten me up. Tiffany said, yes, indeed, I hear one. Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna go on and cause I'm gonna come back tonight. I gotta come back tonight for a show. I want us. We're gonna discuss me, Miss Mary, and maybe Melanie. We're gonna take our time and discuss with you the first annual ancestral worship at the temple. Is to go down on the 30th, the 31st, and the 1st. Okay? It's a 3-day event at the temple where you're actually going to be able to stay the night, but it's very limited because we won't be able to accommodate really over 5 to 6 people. And we've already taken up the beds, but if people want to come out anyways, you know what I'm saying? We can definitely accommodate with cots and other things, you know what I'm saying? If you really want to be a part of it. Or you could come out for one day, just pick a day out to come out, and let's commune with each other and the ancestors, because this is going to be very important that you understand ancestor communication. We're going to teach all of that, okay? So it's just not a thing where we're just going to have a ball, but we're going to actually do a sacrificial ceremony on Saturday night for the ancestors and everything. So, bring your torches and everything out. Get ready to dance. We're going to do all of that. I'm going to live stream all of that. And if I have to do the dance myself, baby, okay? So come all to to the temple in Alabama. Okay? That sits right on the crossroad. Come see Papa. Come visit Papa. I have somebody that drove a whole hour to put a cigar in the mailbox. I thank you. I was a little bit kind of like shook because I never ever gave anybody the address to the temple. So I was shook a little bit. Well, you got to understand, that I mean, you would be too. But now I understand that people will be bringing offerings to the temple, dropping it off. I guess, it's no different than a church. Like you can go to a church and drop offerings and stuff off. So I need to understand that the temple is just not mine. The temple is all of ours who respect it and respect the spirits that are sacred that dwell in it and around it. Okay? Thank you. Chris, our moderator, says hit that like button. Y'all, come on, hit that like button, y'all. Okay, the divinity of Ananda says she hopes she can make it tonight because we're going to be discussing and everything. I mean, we've been so excited about it. It's been getting our pressure up. I'm like, golly. A lot of excitement. And for people who can't make it, we're going to stream it. It will be live. Hopefully the live stream works well. We're going to live stream. I'm going to set up a, dang, it seems like the only way you can live stream is on a cell phone. I guess I'll set up my cell phone. I want to make this professional, so I got to go deep into seeing how we can live stream, an event. Not the whole entire day, but at least live stream the actual, you know, what I'm trying to say. So if we're at the point where we're actually doing the ancestral worship, then that portion would be live streamed. Does that make sense? Okay, Tammy, you says, how about pitching a tent in the yard, you could definitely do that. Mama just went out and bought $2,500 worth of material. I got a man that's fencing the entire backyard up for security, and so we will be able to. You will be able to do a little bit of everything. I never thought about that. I never even anticipated that many people being here, coming for the event. But I'm letting everybody know. Hopefully it'll be better next year if I live. Big Mama let me stay. You know, I wish that this actual me actually advertising the event. I wish I could have started it in January, but I didn't have the vision in January. I had this. It was a last minute vision we had. Me and Miss Mary. She says you need a grand opening, so it's sort of like a grand opening also for the temple to say, hey, it is official, and everything. We're gonna smoke smudge everything in the house, out around the property. We're gonna do a whole lot of different things. But you know, I would hey, I see it like this. If people come with tents, let me get a tent, because I ain't gonna have people in tents outside, and I'm on the inside sleeping. I wouldn't even feel comfortable. I wouldn't. It wouldn't feel fair to me. If you in the tent, I'm in the tent. Okay, we're all everybody got their tent set up. So we will be following COVID-19 guidelines. Miss Mary said we got to do that. So I know what y'all going to say. What? So when we're amongst each other, we got to have the mask on, she said. Even in the house. And I know y'all like, what the hell? But just for everybody's safety, we're going to follow those precautions and stuff. Okay. Okay, Chris. The event is going to be in October on the 30th. Check-in is at 3. Okay? That's a Friday, October the 30th. The 31st, which is Saturday, and the 1st, which is Sunday. If you don't necessarily want to stay in the temple and you rather stay in a hotel, you can go ahead and start looking at hotel accommodations. It's up to you, but you're welcome to stay at the temple. It's all up to you. Some people might be like, I got to have my own privacy. I want my own room, my own bathroom. I want all this. Now, the temple has 5 bedrooms. So it's plenty of room there. We anticipated 5 people staying over, but we can accommodate 20 people for each individual event. Oh yeah, you can do a face shield. I see a lot of people with face shields on. Actually, face shields are pretty cool because you can talk better in face shields. Okay, thank you. Divinity said we can do a Zoom on a PC. So I will be taking the PC there so we can do Zooms and stuff, and then we can capture more. I'm not even having a Zoom account. I need to get one. Okay, y'all. So I'll see you all tonight. It will be right around 10 or 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. Central, okay? Some of you all are Pacific, Mountain, Eastern time zones. For people who are in other countries, because I have late at night, a lot of people like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that, 11, 12 o'clock, they're in other countries, and a lot of them make up my chat at nighttime and everything. So for you all will have to look up if you're up watching, because I know it's nighttime in some places. You will have to look up and see what central time zone would be on your time. Okay, some people may be looking 10, 11 o'clock daytime, and you're not on my time zone, Central Standard. Okay, we're going to. That's if Miss Mary can do it and Melanin can do it. If not, I'll do it myself. If they're busy, but it's going to be on StreamYard. Okay. You come to the YouTube channel, this one right here, and I'm going to do it from StreamYard capability. Yes, Chris, I'm gonna do the StreamYard tonight so we can get this show on the road, and so I get the itineraries out. You can put up a deposit if you want to. Not a deposit, donations or something like that. I'm gonna put a little area on the Facebook because we got to have food and we have to have all these other things that to accommodate. Thank you, baby. She backing that up to accommodate, and not only just for people who are there, but so that we can make it a live event for people who can't come. You see what I'm saying? So the product would be there for purchase, on my website. So if you want to, it's not up there now, but definitely subscribe to the website so that I can shoot out, communication and stuff like that, especially for people who want to be a part of it and people who want to stream and watch. Okay. Okay. Any questions? Are there any questions? Let's talk. Going once, going twice, going thrice. There aren't any questions here. Kadeem said, "Are there any necklaces available?" Not at the moment, y'all. I couldn't even. Y'all see, I can't even put necklaces and bracelets and dolls out because I had a back order. Oh my god! Calls just came through, and I just want to be honest with you all. Look, let me tell you something about the dolls. If you request a doll and you want me to put, your auntie's underwears in them, and your uncle's mustache hairs in them, y'all please take in account that that doll is not gonna be like an ordinary doll that I sell here. Like I've been selling the dolls on an average of $150. The Guardian Altar dolls, and that is what it is, Altar Guardian, to watch over with spirit. And one lady called me and told me, "Oh my God," she said, "so much money is coming through," and I'm not just shooting smoke up y'all ass so y'all can buy them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of work, and I'm just now. I got one to make where I can like claim my freedom once again. I sent out about 6 packages of dolls and packages and packages of necklaces and bracelets. So y'all get prepared. Y'all items are on the way. First of all, because it took me a long time because I'm creating them alone. Y'all, I'm so excited about the temple. Oh, I cannot wait till the night so we can discuss our mission. It's gonna be a lot for you all, for people who are coming. Not just for people who are coming, but people who can stream, because we're gonna show you all how to do a lot of things, and you can access it through streaming. I'm gonna have a separate website for the temple, so get ready, where you can watch streaming. We're gonna do a lot of teaching, okay? And I'm excited. Um, I done got so damn excited. I done forgot what I was gonna say. So, y'all, please come out tonight. Oh yeah. So, I've had some orders where people say, Mama, I want a doll. I want to become rich. And this is what I want infused in my doll, and I want to let you know. You might be even listening. One lady, my thing is this. When you was complaining about a doll and you said somebody made you a doll and wasn't really working and wasn't serving you, it's all about how much did you pay for, how much did you invest in that doll. And I'm not going to just say on a just materialistic thing like how much money you invested, but how much of you have you invested. You have to invest in these dolls, your energy. your belief and stuff. And these dolls have to have, libations and smokes and sometimes blood. You got to put something in that doll. So not necessarily bashing the doll maker and saying ain't nothing in it. You got to put that in that doll, not her. But you saying you want a doll, you want all these, you want it to do all these different things and stuff like that. Which you wasn't you wasn't unreasonable. The thing she was asking for was not unreasonable. So I'm just using that example, but so don't take this personal. But I've had someone, her and her mama, that said that they wanted, this was a long time ago when I was doing the doll, say you want Alexis for you and Alexis for your mom, and y'all want a 8-bedroom mansion, and you want about 50 acres of land, and you want horses roaming and trotting and carrying on everywhere, and you want all these things. You want a helicopter view of your motherfucking property. You cannot get that for $100 unless you gonna put the energy into that to manifest that. Don't look for the doll maker to do that. You understand? Because if I haven't done it for myself, if I have not demonstrated it, if there's anything you all are asking me for, and I have not demonstrated that I have it for myself, you best better believe there's no way I can get it for you. So let's be honest. You said, Mama, I want to manifest a helicopter. Well, I don't have one myself. Mama want to manifest a yacht, a ship, or something other like that. Mama don't have that stuff, so don't look for Mama to bring that stuff. We got to be reasonable, okay? Okay? I'm not saying you can't have that. I'm just going to say when you get your doll, you got to put a lot of work in that, okay? Not me, but you. So, but anyway, so I had an extreme load, and I do appreciate every bit of it. Don't ever think I'm complaining of people that wanted dolls, and they still do. And I kind of like, so just told people like I was just out of commission for a minute. I'll be back into commission once again. I say in the next couple of days, because I got one more doll that I got to finish for somebody. And they've been waiting for a minute, but that doll, what they wanted in the doll is quite a bit. So your doll will be getting ready for you to come out to you, because you had one of the biggest dolls. Whew. And it's coming, baby. Okay, it's coming. Okay, but everybody else, your dolls are coming out. Okay, to you. I say really and truly, I think I could really run a doll factory. So get ready if you want to come aboard, and that's another thing I want to teach people how. I want to teach y'all how to make these dolls, and this is what the temple is going to be for. At least one of the things, because I think everybody needs a doll. Everyone. I can make you one. You can buy one, or I can show you how to create one of your own. The ones you created for yourself are far more powerful. Don't never forget that. Okay, Chastain says she wants a necklace. Y'all, I put them necklaces up on the website, and within about 15, 30 minutes, they're gone. Now, a lot of people be like, that ain't no big deal. Girl, ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Oh, I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm just only speaking for me. I'm impressed, and I am blessed, and I am thankful. You understand what I'm saying? Where somebody else might say, I ain't doing nothing unless, you selling about 10,000 necklaces a day. Okay, that's for you. But I create by inspiration. I am not a factory mill. My necklaces are, my jewelry, my dolls are not run of the mill. You are not going to find these anywhere. I don't care where you go, unless you come to me. Nobody can create these. If you got my necklaces and I'm going to make full-blown jewelry and show you all how. Not just, okay, I bought some beads and I put them together for y'all. These are protection for you. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, my jewelry is functional, okay? It's functional. It's not just for adornment, but it has a function. But, so if you got on my jewelry, you have my doll, you have something that no one else in the world got. They call it an OOAK. Tam, you know what that is because you're an artist. We have quite a few artists here, and artists know that. And I love to have something that don't nobody else on the planet got. Y'all know I was walking. I never will forget. There was this man long ago. His name was Fear of a Black Channel. And he is now gone. And he changed his name to something, and I cannot remember. He has this obsession with sound, color, sound, color, uh, and something else, mushrooms. That's his thing. And the man is highly intuitive. And I will say, out of every person on YouTube of men that are content creators, I am most impressed with him. I am most impressed with him. His energy and his source is on the level of my uncle, who is now deceased. And I was trying my best to get some of my uncle's pictures and stuff. I may have to just ask Spirit to give me the courage to go over there. I don't know if Lonnie gonna open the door or not, but I'm gonna make sure my hair is wrapped and I have on my oil from head to toe and have on all my jewelry, because I don't wear all my jewelry all the time unless I know I'm going into a very dark place. And Mr. Woodruff said, he said, I don't even know if it's worth having them right at this point. But this person is very impressive, and like he may be gone forever. Sometimes he'll pop up on me out of nowhere, what have you. But and I was immature a lot of times and not necessarily ready for the blessing. I've talked to him before. Me and him had a war on YouTube, and it was a private war. And oh God, I mean, it was bad and everything. And then he came back around to come to me again, and then I was at war with YouTubers that were coming after me, and he walked away again. So I was not mature enough to accept the offer at the time. You know what I'm saying? Because I was wrapped up in myself, being wrapped up in trying to prove that I am the baddest witch and I can defend myself. And bad news is coming to those who come after me. And that's why I was caught up, because at that time, that's just where I was. But I have grown way past that. That's not the place I'm in anymore. But anyways, because I realized, YouTube is a place to learn and earn. That's it. It's not a place to show and prove. Okay? Thank you, baby. So this is where I'm at right now. And so I said all of this to say, what the fuck was I talking about him for? He has given me a lot of information, downloads, source. Hell, y'all, come on, explain to me what I was talking about, because I was gonna make a point about him, and I can't remember exactly what I was gonna say. But he helped me to discern things that I had no clue what was going on, and we have had long text conversation. And I kind of like fell in love with him. I fell in love with him. He allowed me just briefly in his astral world, and I was able to go and see some things, and he got angry about that too, because I was in a place of proving that I can go into an astral world instead of respecting the fact. You know what I'm saying? So I was a little bit immature. But what I'm trying to say, I was very intrigued with his style of writing. And his quatrains. It was something about, you could fall in love with it. It was something that was so enticing and romantic about it. I love his world. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't just that part of his world. I love that world. You understand? I got a doggy out there. He barks at everything, I got to teach him the things to bark at and the things not to bark at, you know? See, he sees a cat and he's barking because I got him tied up on the front porch. He sees a cat and he barks this hysterical bark, makes me think somebody's in the yard and he's got to learn, you know what I'm saying? So that little dookie doggy is out there just barking away, okay? But I have to rely on my other dog. If somebody comes in the yard, he knows to alert me what's going on out there. So you may hear him, my baby out there, and his shenanigans and stuff. But oh, thank you. Saint Anne said, my uncle, he was like your uncle. Yeah, yeah, he was like my uncle, and but he had a very romantic way of describing things. He was not romantic towards me. He did not like me. He didn't like me in a romantic way or like that. It was not like that. It was just me falling in love with his text and his style of writing. So let's get that straight, okay? Um okay. But I said all that, but I don't know why. I just totally forgot why I mentioned him. I heard that. That's what I'm finna get into, Kaneem. I'm gonna get into that raw. I want to fashion from metals and steel and crystals. Not necessarily go to the store and get some pearls and some rubies and jewelry, which I'm gonna do some of that. But I want to get my hand on some opals. I want to make jewelry, switch all jewelry. I mean, you can go and take some straws and make a necklace with it. If you charge it right, it is just as precious to you, and just as much as somebody's ruby may be precious to them. Okay, so we need to get that right, because let's get this straight, because some jewelry is charged with a lot of energy, and it may be cheap material to one. Where this may be the world to this person, it may take them to other astral realms. You know what I'm saying? So, but for the person, the connoisseur who wants those precious gems of like having opals and things of that nature, sterling silver and all of that, and copper and all of that, I want to be able to, somebody, and you are so precious and kind. I had someone to that offered to buy me a $500 jewelry set. And I told him, don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Because I don't want to waste it. Because it's like, I'm a person, I make dolls, I paint, I make jewelry, I do all of these things, and I get lost in it, and I create from inspiration. So, because somebody was telling me, why don't you make like five of each of everything? I can't do that. Not just because materials might give out. It's because I only create by inspiration, and that makes the work more authentic. If I do five jewelries of the same, I'm not going to like it. I'm going to hate it. I'm going to walk away from it. I'm going to despise it. So this is why I like to do it the way I do it, one at a time. And so I may spend a month doing jewelry, and then now next month I'm painting. Or the next month I may be making dolls. Or the next month I may just be doing anything, creating poetry, writing books. I am just by inspiration, by the muse. I move with the muse. So that's why I only have, like, when I put something up there, it goes real fast, is because I have limited resources on creating. My patience. My patience is thin. But it'd be good if we can have, like a place where we can all do it. We all can make money. I don't know. And I think that, and I think this is what the temple is gonna do for us, where we, people who live in the area, who may decide, hey, look, I'm moving to Alabama, and I'm gonna get down with Mama. We're gonna create a whole new world. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to ancient times. We're gonna create where when we create, we can sell, and create revenue. And it's funny because they said the temple was a place like this already, where it was like people living in there, sort of like Amish people. A bunch of people lived in it, and five other houses on that same street. It was like families living in the house, And they were like baking breads and stuff like that. That's why it has that big stove in there and everything. Um, that's what they were doing. Like they owned the civilization and they foreclosed on those houses and got up and moved to Atlanta. So they're in Atlanta, Georgia now. They said it's so state what they had was a cult. But yeah, but anyways, I mean it's a way to partake in the abundance of the land, even though there ain't no jobs out there available. We'll create our own. So this is what the temple's gonna do. Yeah, Chastain, you can. You can. Chastain says, can we place a special order for a necklace? Yes. And for people who say, Mama, I don't like, because I'm going to tell you, my jewelry is made up of glass beads. Most everything is made of glass beads. Okay. And stainless steel wire. And some real true copper. And something that mimics copper. Okay. But it's good material. The findings are created by stainless steel, nickel free. Because I don't want nothing that has nickel in it because I'm allergic to it. But if you say, no, Mom, I want sterling silver. That's the only thing I'm going to work with is sterling silver and copper. I'm not going to work with gold and platinum or nothing like that. I'm not going to invest my money and my time to that because the fact that I'm going to switch how I make jewelry instead of, like I said, going out buying the stuff, stuff like that. I'm going to, just buy wire and stuff like that and crystals. Okay. If you're a person that prefer your jewelry made like that, you got to get your wallet out now. Okay. Because opals can cost like $100 to $200. I don't want to spend, go and buy $100, $200 opal and then get out. Sterling silver is expensive and wiring is expensive. Okay, not as expensive as gold, but it is expensive. I don't want to go and invest my money into all of that. Okay, and people are expecting me to sell it for $30. I, I cannot do that. And there's some fantastic jewelry makers out here on YouTube. Their work is astounding. Simply, and they make it from scratch, baby. Wire wrappers out there, okay, not the rappers, the Rapper, but Wrapper. It'll make you fall to the floor, okay. And my wire wrapping skills ain't like that, and I don't have the time to devote to developing such a skill. But I'll do it in my own way. But I definitely want to do the anvil work with the anvil and everything. Okay. I remember why I brought that man up. That man, Fear of a Black Channel. He changed his name. This is why I brought him up. Every prediction that this man gave me about my life came true. And I know only two other women that can do some shit like that that's powerful as hell like that. And he's the only man that I know of, him and Unc, that can do it. Look, he came, now he told me some other stuff I told y'all about. He predicted it came true. This is what this man said. He said, look, he said one day, well, let me put it like this, how he put it. He said, he would always tell me about clues. That's why I sure wish he was in my life now. He said, but you got to take that moment and live in it and cherish it and know that opportunity may not ever come again. Spirit will send people and share things with you on your journey. You may not get that no more. But he said this right here. He said, there's going to be a stone that will be gifted to you. Thank you, baby. He said, never look for the stone. He said, because looking for the stone, you won't be able to find it. He said, when you stumble on the stone, you'll know it's the gift. And he said, that stone is going to open up so many doors for you. Doors where you have been refused access. That's why I say, y'all, always look on your path for key clue signs, gather them, and put them in your pocket. That's what the Native Americans did. If it's a bone, grab it. If it's a feather, grab it. If it's a stone, grab it. We always looking for crystals and gold and all of that. But the stone is just as powerful and precious when it speaks as the diamond. When it speaks. Because it was created by some force so much greater than we can imagine. I was just walking outside. So I told y'all what they did. This old city ain't got much money, and I'm not gonna complain. I just got to be in a position to give to the city so they can do what they got to do. But we complain because we had potholes all in the street, and we complained and complained. So finally, they just put a dirt road down on top of the asphalt, which I don't like. But at least we got something now. It fixed the pothole, and then the potholes they went and put asphalt in it. That is tacky, man. But so I was just looking on the ground and stuff, and I was like, damn, I noticed I got more stones in front of my yard than everybody else. It's much more smooth as you go there because they got more gravel on theirs. I had more stones. So every time I walk, I see the stones. I look at them. Stones, stones, stones. Some of them real big. I said, that's a big stone. But one day, I was walking. And I saw a stone, and I'm going to show it to you all, that was well polished and was rounded out like somebody took their time and they fashioned it. And I said, look at what nature has created. Because I know a human being did not tumble the stone because it's a bunch of raw stone out there. But I said, something is significant about that stone. And the first person I thought about was that man. That was the gift he was talking about. It took 7 years for that stone to show up, and I got it. So I've been debating whether or not I'm going to drill a hole through it. When I said I'm going to drill a hole through it, then something said you're going to have to make your jewelry from scratch. You need all of the material. And then this is when the lady said, I'm going to buy you this $500 jewelry set. And I told her, please don't do that because, and I love her so much because I know if I get the jewelry now, who knows, I probably should have it. But I know that if I devote a lot of my time into making jewelry, I won't be able to go back to my dolls and my painting. So I have to just be real, real careful, So, but anyways, yeah, I'm going to drill that either drill it or wire wrap this stone. So I'm trying to debate on what I'm going to do, and I'm going to show it to y'all tonight, hopefully. But it's a brown stone. It's actually a brown stone. And it has some like little fissures or something. Not cracks, but it like some type of drawings on it or something like that, on it that I got to try to make out. And it's on the stone. It's shaped like a bar of soap. And it's flat. And it's about the size of remember those cookies that are like fingers with that peanut butter cookies that's shaped like a peanut? Those, it's the size of that, a little larger, and it's flat. About the size of that cookie. Yeah. The sandwich cookies, the peanut butter sandwich peanut looking cookies, yeah. So I'm excited. Oh, Chris says, owl feather one time at night fell from 2 owls that were flying together. Oh, beautiful. Hey, Sharon, another one of my artists is here. Thank you for your donation to the temple. It is beautiful when where it hangs. First thing people, the women, because men don't seem to notice it. Mr. Willie notices when he walk in. It's that beautiful piece of art It faces you when you walk in the door. And the women just love it. Okay, St. Anne said bump that gold and platinum. Okay? Okay, y'all. I guess I'll go. Okay, then. Ming says, a police stole your royal red opal? Hmm. He said, when you get it back, you're going to send it to me so that I can fashion it into jewelry. There's some wild rappers around here. You look online, honey. They rap your stones, honey. Whoa, God in heaven. I'm like, damn. These girls are bad. And there's some men, too, doing it, too. But them, oh, gosh. This blows my mind. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and leave y'all. I'm gonna read the comments probably in 2 or 3 days because it takes time for not only the video. Y'all go ahead and save the video first. Save your video because it's gonna probably vanish. Okay, because it has to go in processing. And know that it'll take 12 hours for it to come back up. And also, you have to wait for the actual live chat to replay. And that takes a few days sometimes. Okay. So y'all may want to go ahead and save your video right now as we speak. And I'm out. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube and my website. Okay. So that you can be a part of my newsletters that I'm going to be putting out, my blogging and stuff that I do. I can notify you, and I notify you when I'm live streaming here on YouTube. Thank you, baby. And what else I need to say? So that I can email out to you the itinerary so y'all can see what's going on with that. And I'm out. Okay? Bye-bye. Please rate and subscribe. Be back tonight, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, maybe, Central Standard.